Welcome to our second episode filming at Shop Talk for Retail Media Confessions. We're still here with Austin because he is doing two wonderful episodes with us.
I'm excited to be your second guest.
Thank you for our second live guest. On this episode, we are going to unpack agentic shopping. First, we're going to start off this episode a little bit differently, a little bit fun, and we're all going to do a Shop Talk confession. And then we will unpack the topic at hand. Do you want to give your confession first?
Okay. I'll give my confession. This is, I think, my 6th or 7th Shop Talk. And whenever I hear that somebody is staying at Mandalay here, I think they're a sucker. Because there's the W, which you can get for the same
cut that.
rate.
That is too good of a tip. That is like the professional secret. Yeah. Like a professional
so you get a nice
secret.
big suite. You get 2 rooms. I always jump on that right away.
Great. Now it's going to be out of policy for next year's Shop Talk. Thank you
Cut that
so
one for
much.
the final episode.
You're going to be at the Luxor next year.
How do you know I'm not there this year? No. We're at a very nice hotel.
My Shop Talk confession is that I have been to many Shop Talks and I have literally been to maybe 3 sessions amongst all of them, which makes me very sad, but it is because I am constantly here connecting with all of my friends. So I guess I shouldn't have confessed this to the people that are paying for my $3,000 ticket, but it's okay because we have this great content now.
I think they're okay with it. The general idea is we're supposed to be networking as well, right?
Yeah,
you've got a great setup here. So
yes.
I think my Shop Talk confession is that I think I have been to all 10 of them. I will have to double check that, but there's a decent chance that I'm also celebrating my 10th year anniversary at Shop Talk.
Congratulations.
I was going to use yours as well because typically we have so many meetings that I probably have been to 10 total content sessions. One of my favorite content providers at Shop Talk is right here, and I feel like I never get to go to your session. So
Yeah.
I think I've probably been to 10 sessions in 10 years.
Okay.
Sadly enough.
Well, I pledge here to go to one of Andrew's sessions next time. So it's on recording and I will be there and I will be in the front row.
Hold you to it.
Cheerleading. Okay, so agentic shopping. Andrew, set us up. What's going on?
Tell us what you really think.
Do you have an opinion on this topic?
I have no opinions on this. I'm going to defer to my esteemed colleagues. No, a lot of discussion about agentic shopping, commerce, whatever you want to call it these days. And let's just say the industry got a little excited about it several months ago. There was a little bit of a hype cycle, and I felt like it kind of became a runaway freight train because I was like, wait, we're talking about agentic commerce. People are just going to type a prompt in, and then this bot is going to go and do all the shopping for me, buy me what I want, transact, and I'm going to get and everything's going to be fine.
Sure.
I'm not going to have to return the product. It just knows everything about me. And where the rubber hits the road, I just thought it was ridiculous. And so finally I raised my hand. I said, I don't buy it.
Yes.
I don't buy it. So I don't think agentic commerce is going to be a thing. We all know that LLMs and search is changing, right? The path to purchase is evolving, but this is an evolution of search, not a revolution in retail, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Austin, will agentic shopping kill your business?
So I tend to agree with you pretty wholeheartedly here. I don't think that agentic is going to, in AI in general, is going to bring about a new type of shopping, a new way of shopping. But I do think it will evolve how shoppers continue to go through the journey. I like to think about it as when Google search started becoming mainstream and people were like, oh my God, they're so much smarter when they go in stores. They're never going to buy anything in store again, or they're always going to comparison shop. But I think any tool that helps our shoppers find their products, maybe discover new products as well, which I think is something that AI and agentic will help with, is helpful. And it's definitely something that will benefit the consumers and their shopping experience. But no, I don't think it's going to replace the shopping trip, whether that's a digital or a physical one. It is impacting shopper behavior for sure, but no, I think we're bullish on how it'll help customers find new options to buy, including their local Dollar General.
Yes. I mean, for me, twofold. One, the AI is still making images with stairs to nowhere and tables with no legs. So I'm not sure I completely trust AI to make purchases for me. Longer term, I do think that discovery will be improved. I think in many cases with certain categories, I was telling Andrew I was booking a trip with my family and they're like, with all the requirements, you're looking for like a unicorn resort. And I'm like, yes, I am. And that is my expectation and you will find it. And I will say I was very impressed with the results, but in no way was I prepared for it to say, here's all my personal information, book this room for me and my kids, make sure we have airline seats next to each other. So I do think that the discovery phase is real.
Yeah.
And I think now is the time to invest in content and being relevant.
I think the way that we think about this whole new path to purchase can be very reductive, like everything has to collapse on itself. When we shop and search for things, this is usually a multi-day, multi-week process. We do it in bits and pieces here. We do some exploratory search. We search on different sites that we think might have an answer. Like we hop around. It's a very chaotic journey. Little parts of that journey might get more efficient. We might get closer to narrowing in on what we want. We still have to go through every part of that funnel at the end of the day. So that's the fundamental shopping behavior. I just don't think it's going to change.
Yeah, but I do think what will be great is that it'll help the shopping experience.
Yeah.
And so what we're looking at is how does it make the shopping experience better? How can we? There's always this big hype cycle around personalization, but our customers expect us to know them. So like, how can we use the tools to access data faster in a way that helps make sure that we are recommending relevant products, making sure that we're making their shopping trips easier, and then also introducing them to things that we think they're going to like. And we've had a lot of success there in how we're using AI to build some of the models that we do for predictive results on what they're searching for, but also predictive buying behaviors and how we market to them.
Yeah, I think overall, my recommendation now really is to invest in content. I think even as a retailer, like I am pretty passionate about the private label point of as discovery continues to move into LLMs and you've got private label with no marketing, no content. It's like that there's a huge opportunity, I think, to start investing. I think there are certain categories where you have like a beauty as an example or a pet where having that connection of passion point creator content or user generated content and including that in PDPs and driving relevancy and kind of closing that discovery path from being aware of something to knowing what to do with it and why someone would actually use it or buy it. I think now is really the investment time.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I think content is king is not a new frame up. It's what's old is new again. It happens a lot.
It's like 90s clothes, sadly.
Stephen Harris-Green said the other day at one of the events we were at, it shouldn't be the product detail page anymore. It's the product discovery page.
Ooh.
So I think I'll help him get that movement going a little bit. But at the end of the day, the content is still king. You have to have great content, and that's what helps you tell your brand story. And it obviously helps educate customers as well.
With the agentic commerce, there's all this discussion about AEO and agentic engine optimization. And really, that's like a form of hacking the algorithm, figuring out how do you hack the algorithm. And I'm like, content, if you're doing content right, you're going to naturally show up well in the algorithm. Give you a specific example. I searched for on an LLM because my toilet kept running. My toilet keeps running. What do I need to fix and what product do I need? And in 2 of the 5 results that I got was Home Depot DIY content. They've been doing that for a long time.
Yeah.
Right? But they just showed up because they were already providing the content that was needed for the problem to solve. So I think so your point, content is the big thing that every retailer should be thinking about how they create that relevance, and the other stuff is going to kind of fall into its place as a result of that.
Yeah, and we get asked too, like, hey, how are you thinking about it? Like, how are you marketing your brand differently? Well, we stand for discounts. We stand for saving money, saving time for our customers, and we stand for convenience. So if we continue to build on those pillars and serve our customers right, and that shows up in our content and our messaging, that will continue to be amplified as our customers are using new digital tools wherever they are. It's the same thing as I said earlier with Google search, right? People are always trying to hack the organic rankings on search. Well, guess what? There's just a new way to do that because there's new tools out there.
Well, this has been a very spirited topic. Thank you guys for the Chit Chat Live. This has been an exciting topic. We are going to continue to drop Retail Media Confessions each month, so stay tuned for the next one. And until then, keep it real.